Imagine you were sacked because you got a divorce. While you might head straight to HR, priest Dave Smith can't. And to top it off, the church is also making the father of four homeless.
I think I'm a part of a system that destroys people. We've had a bad history of crucifying our own.
Father Dave Smith is no ordinary man of the cloth, a forward thinker, a fighter.
I always say there's only two things I do well: I preach and I punch.
From Dulwich Hill in Sydney, an Anglican minister, Father Dave Smith.
With the church in his corner, he pushed religion to places few others could or would.
Jesus weeps for the people of Gaza.
His faith unwavering until now.
I think the church needs to change. I was given sort of 6 months to get my marriage back together or recognise that I'd be terminated.
How did that make you feel?
It's hard. I mean, for me, this isn't just what I do, it's very much who I am.
The priest of 30 years divorced, a sin in Anglican eyes so great, it's unforgivable. Father Dave effectively ostracised, banned from preaching, the Sunday service, performing weddings and baptisms, and next week he'll be homeless, booted from the church grounds and told he's no longer one of them. His career over.
This is a church that prides itself on love and acceptance. It's hard to understand why they would put you through this.
There's a certain irony there, yeah. Look, it's tougher some days than others, you know. Some days I find it debilitating, but, you know, I'm a fighter. I've got to pick myself up, try and focus on the future for myself and my children. I got involved in the punk rock scene in the 70s. It was rough and angry. I've never seen a worse kid than I was in terms of being angry, aggressive, difficult. I sort of had my religious experience when I was 18. I had a quite dramatic sort of conversion experience, if you like. And after that, yeah, stopped carrying a knife around, stopped being abusive, and started on the path towards wanting to make that my life.
With a resume like that, the Anglican diocese found the perfect fit for their fledgling father.
We were the heroin capital of the inner west.
Back then, Dulwich Hill was somewhere you didn't want to go.
It really was like a war zone. You know, every year we'd see people die and go to jail, and the ones who we were working with, particularly with the boxing program, were generally doing better. They were the ones who were getting through.
30 years on, the man now known as Fighting Father Dave Smith has had enough wins to make Muhammad Ali look like a mug. With his own book, his own website and clothing brand, this priest's popularity and profile at home and abroad gave him power that unsettled some in the church.
How would you describe yourself? Are you different from the norm?
Yeah, I think I'm still the punk I was in the 70s, you know. Somebody said to me, how on earth did you get into the priesthood? And I said, well, it was my way of maintaining the rage. Hi, this is Father Dave.
But now the church he helped has hit back and turned its back in the most unholy of ways.
From the outside looking in, for someone that's achieved what you had, then to be told you're divorced, you can't work with us anymore, is that not archaic?
We have a penchant for kicking people when they're down, and it's not encouraging. You know, and this is the reality. You lose your partner and your family and your house and your job and your community at the same time. You know, that's very difficult to deal with. And I'm by no means the only person.
The Anglican diocese is in no way suggesting Father Dave has done anything else wrong.
You're fighting Father Dave. Have you not thought about fighting them?
Fighting them? I can't fight them.
Why not?
Oh, you know, I love a good fight, but not that sort of fight, for God's sake. I love an honest fight. Yeah.
There's no shortage of people in Dave's corner like Chris Turner.
He's done an incredible amount of good over a very large number of years, and the fact that the church have seen fit to leave him high and dry, in my opinion, is quite frankly a disgrace.
Every girl, boy, woman and man inside this boxing gym has felt the church's blow as much as Father Dave. It was his fight club that saved many a troubled teen and fueled countless campaigns that has seen the 59-year-old nominated for Australian of the Year 3 times.
I hope I'm doing as well as you are when I'm 59. Fair income. You're not even wearing headgear.
Don't like the headgear.
Have you punched many priests in your life?
Only the one, but I've punched him a lot. Yeah, no, there's not that many.
And he just keeps coming back?
No, he does. You can't really put him down. I mean, it's difficult being young because your options are to step in with him and get mugged, in which case you're a goose, or you step in there and you're hitting a man of the cloth too many times and too hard.
It's a very special place, and in many ways I feel it embodies more of the values that we try to embody as a church.
Let's go, gentlemen and lady.
The priest, once again needing more than his pulpit to calm the storm he's living in. Next month, he'll return to the ring as a professional fighter, this time to raise money to keep the food on the table for his 4 children.
So if they're not giving me anything for the sermons anymore, I have to look to the other avenue. It's a bit late for me to retrain as a plumber at this stage, so, you know, they're the options I've got.
You've lost your wife, you've lost your job, and now you're about to lose your house. Do you still have faith?
Of course, yeah. In fact, I mean, I'm expecting God will pull me out of this somehow. You know, I always figured that you pour everything in and it'll come back to you when you need. You know what I mean? Other people in need, you pour it all out for them, and then when you're in need, others will do it for you. That's how it should work.
After all this, what they've put you through, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I think the church needs to change in that regard, in many ways, not just for the way it treated the people whose marriages break down, but for people who are at the bottom end of the church community for any number of reasons, because of their gender, because of their sexuality, because of all sorts of things. We've had a bad history of crucifying our own. It would be great if we could rise above that.
Sacking, but says Father Dave's congregation lost confidence in him after his divorce, so a continuing role in his parish wasn't available. The full statement's on our homepage.